homeless man helped a stranger. He had no idea who she really was. People walked past him every day. Some stared for a second, then looked away. Some pretended not to see him at all. Ethan Carter sat on the same cold bench outside the small train station in Portland, Oregon, wrapped in a faded gray jacket that was 2 sizes too big. His cardboard sign was simple: hungry, anything helps, God bless. Most days, he earned just enough to buy a cheap sandwich and a cup of coffee. Some days, not even that. Ethan hadn't always been homeless. Years ago, he had a tiny apartment, a steady job fixing air conditioners, and a life that felt normal. But when his mother got sick, medical bills swallowed his savings. Then the company he worked for shut down. 1 missed payment turned into 5. Eviction followed. After that, everything fell apart faster than he could fix it. Still, Ethan had one thing the streets hadn't taken from him: his kindness. Every morning, he helped an elderly man down the station steps. On rainy days, he shared his jacket with a shivering dog, and whenever someone stopped to talk, he listened like their words mattered. One cold November afternoon, the sky hung low and gray. The wind cut through Ethan's clothes as he sat counting the few coins in his cup. Not even enough for soup. That's when he noticed her. A woman stood a few yards away, staring at the train schedule board. She looked out of place, not in fancy clothes, but neat ones. Clean boots, simple coat. Her dark hair was tied back, and she kept checking her phone. Then her purse, then the board again. She looked lost. A few minutes passed, then 10. Ethan watched as her shoulders slowly slumped. She walked to a bench, sat down, and put her face in her hands. Something wasn't right. He stood up, ignoring the ache in his legs, and walked toward her. "Ma'am," he said gently, "are you okay?" She looked up quickly, startled. Her eyes were red, like she'd been close to tears. "I'm sorry," she said. "I didn't mean to draw attention. My wallet is gone. I think someone took it. My phone's about to die, and I don't have money for a ticket or a way home." Ethan felt a familiar tightening in his chest. He knew that fear, the kind that makes the world suddenly feel very big and very empty. "Where are you headed?" he asked. "Seattle," she replied. "I had a job interview there this morning. I missed my train trying to find my wallet. Now I don't even know what to do." Ethan glanced back at his bench, at his cup, at the coins. Then he reached into his jacket pocket and pulled out a crumpled bill and a handful of change. It was everything he had. He placed it in her hand. "This should be enough for a ticket," he said. Her eyes widened. "No, I can't take that. That's your money." He smiled softly. "It's just money. You need it more than I do right now." She shook her head. "But what about you? How will you eat?" "I'll figure it out," he said. "I always do." Her hands trembled as she slowly closed her fingers around the cash. "Why would you help me?" she asked. "You don't even know me." Ethan shrugged. "Because someone once helped me when they didn't have to, and I promised myself I'd never forget how that felt." Tears slipped down her cheeks. "Thank you," she whispered. "You have no idea what this means." He pointed toward the ticket window. "Go, before the next train leaves." She stood, hesitated, then reached out and hugged him. It was quick, unexpected, real. "Sir," she said softly into his shoulder. "What's your name?" "Ethan." "I'm Grace," she replied. "And I swear, I won't forget this." He watched as she walked away, bought her ticket, and disappeared into the crowd. Ethan returned to his bench. The cup in front of him was empty now. That night, hunger gnawed at him harder than usual. He drank water from a public fountain and curled up under his jacket, staring at the sky between the buildings. But strangely, he didn't feel poor. He felt peaceful. 3 days later, a black SUV pulled up near the train station. 2 men in suits stepped out and scanned the area. They walked straight toward Ethan. "Excuse me," one said. "Are you Ethan Carter?" Ethan stiffened. "Yeah, why?" The man smiled. "Someone has been looking for you." Before Ethan could ask anything, the back door of the SUV opened, and out stepped Grace. But she didn't look the same. She wore a tailored coat, clean heels, confident posture. Still, when she saw him, her face lit up. "It's him," she said. "I told you." She walked over quickly. "Ethan." He stood, confused. "Grace? What's going on?" She took a breath. "First, I need to tell you the truth." She gestured to the SUV. "My full name is Grace Whitmore. I'm the CEO of Whitmore Tech." Ethan blinked once, twice. That was a company he'd seen on the news, a billion-dollar company. "I wasn't lying about the interview," she continued. "I was on my way to meet with a board about opening a new branch in Seattle, but I left my purse in a cafe. When I came back, it was gone. Cards, ID, everything." She smiled gently. For the first time in years, I was invisible. Just another person in trouble. Ethan didn't know what to say. Grace reached into her coat and pulled out an envelope. I spent 3 days trying to find you, she said, because what you did, it broke something open in me. She handed him the envelope. Inside was a check. Ethan's breath caught. The amount was more money than he had seen in his entire life. Grace, I can't. Yes, you can, she said firmly. And there's more. She nodded toward one of the men. We run several housing and job training programs. I want you in one of them. Apartment, healthcare, a real job, if you want it. Not charity, opportunity. Ethan's hands shook. You gave me your last dollars, she said. Not because you expected anything back, but because someone needed help. Her voice softened. The world has enough rich people. It doesn't have enough people like you. Tears blurred Ethan's vision. All he had done was care, and somehow, that had changed everything. Grace extended her hand. Let us help you now. Ethan took it, and for the first time in years, he felt like he was finally coming home. Moral: you never know who someone truly is, and you never know how one small act of kindness can come back to change your entire life. Please comment below what's lesson you learn and subscribe for more lessons.